Here we are with the demo that is just a proof of concept and does not represent any product commitment. So we're having here something like an AI assistant, and the first case that we're focusing on is if our environment is compliant with the subscriptions that we're buying. Um, So we'll get a executive summary. This is how we configure the agents. We'll get analysis of all organizations that we have. Particularly important for me is home organization that, in this case, as reported, is oversubscribed. This is information, of course, we're getting based on systems that we have registered, the sockets, and combining that with the Red Hat subscription guide as an input. We're gonna look here to also a couple of other organizations that they do not have any assigned subscriptions. So I was testing something, of course. But yeah, in reality, this is really helpful if you need to have a conversation with account executive, let's say, on renewals or maybe reduce usage. So next to that, of course, we'll try to see what is standard operating environment because, let's say, we've heard about it so many times from Red Hat, and I'll get a nice explanation what that is, and hopefully understand why it is actually good for me and for my RHEL estate. Um, it's not that hard to basically think of the fact that we'll check if our environment is compliant with that. While we've got quite a lot of information here, a lot of text, that doesn't need to be the case, of course, but it really depends on the instructions of the agent. So I'm getting an executive summary here as well to understand what is the high level, what are the potential problems that I might be having, and then I'll get quite detailed information on immediate steps that I need to take, even comments suggested how to fix certain things, which of course means that in the future some of these might be fixed also automatically from here. Um, it's really nice to see that at the end I'm receiving a roadmap, basically, and I can plan that whole process through, let's say, the next couple of weeks and to know what to fix and when. Okay, here we go. We talked earlier that we'll check our security posture. Yes, again, a prototype, so sometimes things do not work out of the box. Of course, we're going to retry it again. And I'm really interested to understand, are there any hosts with security updates available? Okay, I see a list of couple of hosts that I do have registered to my satellites, and I get a really nice indication here of one particular host that is in a very bad shape and has really a lot of security patches available. It's just using a very old content view, right? So very, very old software there. And maybe, as I mentioned, in the future, I'll be able to fix it from here. Why not? Last but not least, I'm going to ask here. So, if my environment is actually vulnerable, what are the actions that I need to take? Create a plan for me. Without a doubt, I'm going to receive a plan that will certainly be focused on that one system there that is in a very bad shape. It doesn't need to be always the case, but I've got a bit more information of what exactly I need to do in order to get that done. So as you see, there is also, as part of the proof of concept, I added a context button there to get analysis for a single host. And while we can get most of the data available, it's basically available, to the GUI. What is really important is that we can also get an agent that really focuses on certain thing here. This is just a generic thing that I did, but you are not going to get immediately analysis just from using the GUI on, let's say, the system health. What is what let's say needs to be, maybe even who's using it, depending on the information we're providing, and we can get recommendations really nicely here. On what we need to do in order to take care of this system. Right. And lastly, I wanted to also find out if my agent can cook. Certainly, this is just to demonstrate the guardrails that are in place.